You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
I feel like we haven't been here in a while, Dad.
It's been the same time.
I know, but for some reason,
because we did 2 in one day last weekend. We usually do one like Monday night.
right? So
Sunday
usually
night.
we have like 3 or 4 days between. This one we had a full 7 days between.
Right, and it's Sunday night. It's late right now.
It is Sunday night after long weekends for both of us.
Yes, and then tomorrow we'll do the Patreon one. Correct?
We will. Patreon.com/DaddyIssuesPod. Get your bonus content there.
That's right. How you doing, Bronny?
I'm tired, but good.
Oh, I'm giving a good footage right now.
And I'm watching it.
It feels good. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. We both had eventful weekends.
Yeah, I'm just getting over a cold. I had a cold. I was not doing well.
I'm doing playing a violin because whenever I say that I'm not feeling well, he does that right away.
Because wow, look at you.
I have not. If you aren't feeling well, I'm sorry, but whenever
I'm feeling better now.
Whenever I say that, you immediately, or I go,
because
my allergies are bothering me. You go, we're going to talk about allergies.
That's my thing for you. That's what people expect me to say. That's why. Come on, afterwards. I'm
so you even when I was 12 and you did that, it was because what the people who listened to the podcast
did I do that at 12? You felt like I did that to you at 12? I think I took good care of you at 12. Are you kidding me?
I never said you didn't take good care.
This is something you want to talk about? So
no.
you don't.
Well, I mean, we're talking about it right now.
No, but something that you really feel I did that to you when you were younger.
Yeah, not in a bad way. That's just your personality.
Wow, I'm sorry, Bronny.
No, there's no. I wasn't asking for an apology. I don't even need it. I don't feel the need for an apology at all.
Obviously, I think there's something you want to talk about, though.
Well, you keep saying something I want to talk about. We are talking about it right now.
Okay, let's talk about your eventful weekend.
You had one too.
I had a nice weekend in Naples, Florida. Yes.
Oh, relaxing. What'd you guys do?
Hung, relaxed, went out for some good meals. It was nice. But the first 2 days I was really
that sucks.
Not doing well.
Did you drink?
I had last night. I had a nice. It was like a blueberry martini. It was something good. Nice laugh. It was a sweet drink. It was a good drink. Sweet drink. No big deal.
A blueberry martini.
It doesn't.
I never.
It doesn't do anything to me though. I don't even know why.
I never judge people for what drinks they order because I love like margaritas with little umbrellas in it and shit rather than like a whiskey on the rocks.
Mom liked it. It was really.
But it's just funny,
flavorful.
like thinking of you who like never drinks, and then the few times you do, you're like, "I'll have a blueberry martini, please."
It was very good.
I didn't even know that was a real drink.
Lemonade and blueberry something.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
No, it was really. I got to tell you, it was like drinking fruit punch. It was.
Right.
It didn't even do anything to me. It was like a waste of calories. We went to a steakhouse.
Well, just having a drink is always a waste.
Yeah.
Like when I go to dinner with people and they're like, "Let's just get a drink," like for dinner, I'm like, no, if that's just a waste of calories and money. Honestly, if I'm going to be drinking, I want to at least feel a little bit of it. And one drink, I don't do that. It's a waste. So I'm with you on that.
And then tonight we picked up Burke, and we went out to dinner with Burke's girlfriend and Burke's parents.
First time meeting the girlfriend's family.
The Makatanum.
For those that don't know that, that's a Yiddish word.
For the in-laws. Actually, I got to tell you, very nice people. The whole family.
If they're listening right now, very nice people.
No, but I'm saying they're very nice people. I enjoyed dinner. They're good, regular people. Nice
It's
kids.
funny that Burke has a girlfriend, and it's like an actual thing now.
A nice person, though. She's a nice girl. Like, they're good together. I like the two of them.
Totally.
Together.
Burke just never...
he's normal.
It's his first
She's normal. Well, he's had other girlfriends, but I think it's his first serious girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a nice girl.
Yeah, very.
And they get along. There's no drama, no bullshit. I like it. And she's personable. She's outgoing. She fits in with our family.
Yeah.
And the family.
So shout out to Hallie.
Shout out. And then we just got home. And how about your weekend, Ronnie Boo?
My weekend was very eventful.
Okay, that wraps that up. No, I'm teasing.
Well, I wasn't done. I was in the middle of a sentence.
I'm teasing. That's why.
For better or worse. But it was very fun. I'm running on like 5 hours of total sleep for the past 3 days. Because apparently, for those who don't know, in Miami, things don't start until like 2 a.m. and they end at like 7 a.m.
It's ridiculous.
It was absolutely brutal.
Ridiculous.
I literally Friday night went down and went to this bar, and we didn't get to the bar until midnight, and then left at like 4, and then went to another bar at 4 for like an hour, and then went home.
Can't even imagine.
And then Saturday we were on a boat the whole day, which if you're on a boat for more than an hour, already you're like zapped of energy for the whole day. Right? Just like being
drains
out of,
the shit out
like
of
just
you.
being out in the sun, being on the
Drains
water.
the shit out of you.
So I did that. And then we went to see Diplo. For those who don't know who that is, because I don't think you would know who that is.
Nope.
He's just a DJ, a famous DJ, apparently famous, but whatever. And we saw him at a nightclub perform. And he didn't start until 2:30. Didn't start.
Fuck that. I would have left. Fuck that. It's a waste.
It was a waste. I enjoyed it. It's not my thing.
You wasted your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasted my money, but like I enjoyed it. You know that feeling? Like
Yeah,
I'm not upset I spent the money, but I know I'll never do that again.
Gotcha.
Drinks were $25 a drink at this bar. $25
I wouldn't drink.
a
Why would you
drink.
You didn't drink, did you?
Yes, if you're sober in this club, it's a massive club, right? So it's this giant,
I don't
dark,
wanna hear.
concrete room, packed full of people. You're so close to like sardines.
Why would you even do that? And you paid to go do that?
And I got there. I paid $250 for a ticket to get in. So
So
I'm like,
listen to a guy's who it's not even his music.
wait, literally, he stands up there and he's just pumping his fist the whole time and playing other people's songs. Like the best songs that he played when everyone was freaking out was like he played One More Time by Daft Punk. Everyone freaked out. He played Soulja Boy. Like he just remixes these songs.
It's unbelievable.
And he doesn't even do it live. He's like pressing a button. It's so stupid.
You people are idiots.
It's so stupid. But honestly, you can't be sober in that environment. You can't be.
So you're in a jam packed place.
Pitch black.
Pitch black. Wait. With loud music going on, probably very limited security. And
No.
wait. And wait.
Too
wait,
much security.
Wait. And people are drunk and probably high. Okay.
Yes.
And you
Not
have
just
your,
high.
and you have your money
People
on
are
you.
like drugged out of their minds.
Yeah, and you have your money in your wallet.
I don't have any money in my wallet.
Okay, how do you pay for drinks?
With my credit card.
Okay, so you have your credit card, and were you wearing your watch?
Nope.
Okay,
I
good.
purposely didn't wear it.
So you're in a. So that's a fucking breeding ground for catastrophes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But honestly, to the security point, like they were even too good with their security. If someone like, needless to say, there was security everywhere, and multiple people were pulled out of the venue like right away, super quick.
Good.
It just is such a weird environment. And then like the even weirder thing is that people like buy tables, right? And people will spend like 50 grand to reserve one of these tables. And all they're doing is just standing there. Because like if you spend all this money for a table, you're not going to leave the table.
Morons.
So you're standing there and they're literally just standing and just like looking around and just like kind of moving and dancing. And it's like, that's fun for you.
They got to be Democrats.
They're
morons,
absolute
morons,
idiots. It's
morons.
all just ego.
Morons.
Like
Yep.
it's all just to show that you're cool.
They probably have no pot to piss in. They
Right.
piss their
It's just
last
like an
money away.
easy way. And then it's like they get girls, sure, that like girls will come to the table, right? If you're a group of guys at a table, like girls will come to your table and
Big
whatever.
fucking deal.
But then it's like, first of all, the girls that come to the table are always like trashy, gross girls with like fake everything. And then it's like, you also know that they're just coming over to hang out with you because you're going to give them drinks. I just don't understand why people are.
I wouldn't have
interested in
gone. I
that.
would not. I have no desire to go in the first place. That would not be my thing.
It's not my thing, but it's like
You
a
did
one
it.
in Rome.
You
You
did
know,
it.
it's like
You did it.
Bryce and his college friends were here. They were like, Bronson, come. It's Diplo's performing in Miami. When are we going to get a chance to do this again? I had your place to stay in for free. So I was like, fuck it. $250 less in my wallet. That's fine. It's
I
not
get
the
it.
end of the world.
I get it.
Actually, a lot more out of my wallet because drinks were $25 a piece.
All right. Well, live and learn.
Yeah. So that was my weekend. But now I'm here. It just is so much. I feel like I'm so much older now. And the fact that like on the drive home, I was thinking, wow, it would have been so much better to just go to the neighborhood bar, like the Standard or Tin Roof, for a couple hours, be home by midnight, sleep in my own bed, and spend like $40 the whole
Yes,
night.
isn't it? Yeah, it's called maturity. That's what
Then
it
like
is.
go to Miami party.
And there's
this whole
nothing better than
thing.
getting your own bed, right?
Oh my God, there's nothing better.
So in the unit were the mattress in plastic still?
So one of them wasn't because it was your old mattress. The mattress that my friend Jay slept on was fully still wrapped in plastic. So he put his sheet over it, and he was like all night. He was just as he was moving around, but it was fine.
All right.
So technically, no one still slept on the mattress because it's covered in plastic.
Right.
Yeah. But I literally wrote down in my notes this morning, I woke up half asleep still because I was so tired. Didn't go to bed last night till 6 a.m. And then also you and mom have an apartment in Miami, and it's right on the water, which is very nice, right? But the huge problem is the sun comes right fucking in because the sun rises
the water
on the water in Florida, rises in the east. So in the morning at like 7 a.m., an hour into my sleep in the apartment, the entire power of the sun is right in my fucking eyes. Literally.
Well, the blinds have not been installed yet.
What I did, and yeah, right, there were no blinds there. So what I did was I put my underwear, a clean pair of underwear, because it's elastic.
Right.
So I put it over my head, and it would work like a sleeping mask. So I slept for 3 hours. Nice. But I woke up this morning.
The residual of the cough that you gave me.
I woke up this morning. I just wrote Diplo. These are in the notes because I wanted to talk about it. I wrote Diplo, clubbing lifestyle, celebrities and buying tables is stupid. And then I said 1942 Don Julio just for pictures. So what that was, I'm glad I remembered to write that down. We ran into some people that Bryce knew from growing up, and it was this guy and like two girls, and they were carrying around a bottle of Don Julio 1942. Which is like a very expensive tequila. They were just carrying around the bottle. Which means
bar?
In the bar.
You're allowed to do that?
No, so they bought it. They must have bought the bottle from the bar. Instead of buying drinks, they just bought the whole bottle. To buy that bottle at a liquor store is $300, maybe more. They're very expensive. So if a drink...
3 times even.
So it must have been a $1,000 bottle. And they were just carrying it around, taking shots of it.
Idiot.
And they literally were non-stop taking pictures of themselves, selfies with the bottle. So they literally just bought it. They bought it to show people that they're in live with the bottle.
Get a life.
I was just like, what a world we live in.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing in the world.
Moron.
But then again, I did turn around and fucking do Instagram videos. Look, I'm here. I'm in the concert.
Yeah, but you're in the moment. But the people, stupid.
I just don't get
different world today. The whole social media, different world today.
It's not good.
We know that. Good. We talk about all that. It's beyond not good. It's terrible.
Yeah. And like all these girls you see at these clubs, they all have fake asses, fake tits, fake lips, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake hair extensions.
Yeah.
There's
no one's happy
fake
with
personalities. There's nothing real about these girls.
No one's happy with who they are.
No.
Isn't it unbelievable?
It's so sad.
No, it's fucking pathetic. No, it's really pathetic. I mean, it's pathetic.
See, it's not pathetic. It's sad because it's not their fault.
I'm saying sad in the same way, too. When I say pathetic, I mean sad like that. But could you imagine?
Yeah. And here's the thing, too. It's like no guy has ever...
Say, that's what I want.
...been like asking... No guy... We're not born and then we're like...
No, guys
I just wish all the girls had fake lips.
No, but
no one's thinking
guys don't like that. They like fake boobs. That's it. Period.
Fake boobs. Is
That's
really
it. Nothing else.
But I don't even like fake boobs.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Not to be TMI, but I do not like fake boobs.
So,
because when I encounter something like that, I immediately think, oh, you don't like yourself. If I see someone, fake boobs, not as much. If I see someone with lip injections, I immediately go, oh, that sucks. You hate who you are. And then I have no interest in talking to someone who hates who they are.
Ronnie, I got to tell you, you're 100% correct. You're right. Fake asses, fake boobs, fake nails,
fake hair,
fake eyelashes, fake lips. It's like, who are you?
Fake noses. A lot of the times.
Right, who are you? Seriously, who are you?
And then
it's almost like they're going transgender. Like you're changing everything about you.
Yeah, or like there's the saying that if you repair a ship, if you repair every piece of a ship, is it still the original ship? It's like a whole proverb.
Right.
So that's like, is it the same person? That is it if you're replacing every part of your body?
Wow, I'm glad I'm a guy.
But also, newsflash to every woman listening to this podcast. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, it never looks better than you had it before. Never. When you can tell, when you can see someone and go, oh, that person has lip injections, it never looks good.
That's right.
As good as it did before.
That's right. But they get it. That's right. I agree with you. I completely agree.
And then you just go to these clubs and it's everywhere. Every girl is like that. And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
And what they wear too.
Yeah. And then also the guys. I mean, don't even get me started on the guys too. The putsy, schmucky guys that are like 4'8" and they wear like
a shirt that's three sizes too small.
Like, and like it's like a button-down dress shirt, and they have the amount of gel in their hair could repair buildings. It's so fucking strong to hold up the spikes in these guys' hair. And maybe last night was just extra bad because the Miami like cryptocurrency convention was here this weekend and was a huge, like Jake Paul was there and Bryce Hall, and they were all apparently at the club last night as well. I don't know, but everyone was like crypto guys, and those guys are super annoying too. But whatever. I just went to hang out with my friends, and we just hung out and danced to the music and enjoyed ourselves. But I never.
You could have paid me $100. I would have played better music, and you would have saved a lot of money. And drinks would have been for free.
You would have played
on my
much
roof.
better music.
Go on my roof. It would have been a great time.
Yes, it would have been. It would have been better. But you know, when in Rome.
Well, that's the next thing we got to work on. We got to work on music for the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You want to figure that out right now?
Nope.
So those were our weekends. High five.
Word up, bro. I got a tough week out of me now.
Something I saw a headline this week that
your hair's all brown.
My hair is brown.
I just noticed that.
For those who are watching, you're not really supposed to notice. It's supposed to be like just natural.
No, but it looks, it's a little darker though.
It's a little, you know why? I'll tell you.
Am I right? It's a little darker.
I'll tell you why.
Normal.
I'll tell you why. You ready?
Almost like a piece.
I'll tell you why. You ready?
Okay.
I agree. I'm like, fuck, it looks like I got it. Like, I'm wearing a hairpiece.
It does a little bit.
You know why?
No, I'm asking you why.
Okay, but let me tell you because
Tell
you
me
keep
why.
saying. Okay, so for those listening, you all know I had blonde highlights in my hair.
Right.
Should
have let it grow out.
They grew out like halfway, and the hairstylist said, because I didn't want it anymore. So she said either we can cut it, but my hair would be really short, like it would cut all the length off, or we can dye the blonde out so it's just brown. So I was like, let's do the second one because I don't want to cut it. So we were dyeing the blonde back to brown.
Because you have gray on the side.
Okay, so what she said was she's painting the blonde out, and she goes, there's a lot of gray in your hair, which is just my hair.
Yes, you get
I've had
that
gray
from me.
forever.
Yep.
She goes, there's a lot of gray in your hair. Do you want me to get rid of the gray as well while we're here? And I was like, fine, whatever. So then she just dyed the whole hair, like my whole head.
Yeah.
But the sides aren't dyed. So the sides, there's gray.
When is that going to come out? When is this going to come out?
I honestly, I don't know. because in 1 week, the sides are going to grow out and they're going to be light brown because there's so much gray in there. And then the top of my head is dark brown.
It's dark brown. It's like you're in a rug.
I know.
Turn to the side.
See, you can even see the gray in the side.
But it's a different color.
Yeah, I know. I need to get it out. Right? The next morning when I got it, I was like,
should we call mom? How do we get it out? Should we call Marcy?
We can't get it out.
When will it dissipate?
It won't really.
It has to.
It'll grow through. It'll grow out. So my gray will start to grow in.
Oh my God.
Or I just get the blonde back in. So I make it lighter. The whole thing a little lighter.
But she went dark. You're never that
dark. I know.
Wow.
I look at myself in the mirror now the last couple of days and I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
I get surprised at myself in the mirror.
Interesting. We have to figure that out. But you still look good.
It looks like a toupee.
Because you have 3 different colors. You have your chin is one color.
I met on Friday night at one of the bars I went to in Miami.
Did someone comment on your hair?
Well, so on Friday night at one of the bars in Miami, I was standing there with my friends. We were just chatting, and this girl kept looking at me from the other side of the bar. And she was cute, so I was like looking back at her or whatever, right? And we make eye contact a few times. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then she comes over, or did I go? No, she came over, and then she was like, you look like this you look like this guy from a podcast that I watch. Are you like? And I was like, that's me. And she's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, it's Bronson. She's like, oh my God, yeah, Daddy Issues. I love the show. And she goes, I didn't recognize you because your hair's so dark. She was like, I thought you just looked.
Wow.
She goes, I thought you just looked
so
like
this is
him.
gonna fuck up your thing. You have to go back blonde, Bronny.
She literally was like, I thought you just looked like him because he has blonde hair.
This is not good. What are you gonna do?
So now my identity is blonde hair. I guess
that's a problem.
I forgot about that until just now.
So
shout out to that girl because she's probably listening. She said she listens to all the episodes.
So we were in Naples, and me and 3 guys were hanging out by the tiki bar. Just guys were having drinks. We were watching the derby and the hockey games, things like that. So Dan starts telling about the podcast. So all these women there, they took our Instagram and they started taking photos of me, and they started showing the pictures of the videos.
But they don't even know. They didn't even know the podcast?
But they were so... No. One of the bartender saw on Instagram and goes, oh my God, that's my friend that follows you. So he started following.
Oh.
And then the girls or the women, whatever, because I was quasi, and I'm using air quotes, famous, whatever, instantly want to take photos.
Isn't that stupid, though?
It was hysterical. No, instantly want to take
Isn't
photos.
that stupid?
It cracked me up.
Like, they don't know who you are, but the fact that they know that you have some clout, I guess.
It was hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to go a little lighter on the hair.
Yeah, so guys listening, if people watching, let me know if this is too dark or not. I'm putting my head to the camera right now for a second. Let me know if it's too dark. Okay, so I was saying I saw a headline this week.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into something in substance now?
I thought it was substantive what we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your laugh is funny.
I saw a headline this week that was so good that I was like, this is...
It's enough for you to tell you're stretching it. Go on.
This is meant to be stretched, this game.
Go ahead.
So I'm just going to read the headline to you, just to get your initial thoughts.
Better not be Demi Lovato Lizzo shit.
It's not. I'm going to read it to you, so don't read it yourself. Washington, D.C.'s Democratic House delegate calls for male and female dummies to be used in crash tests to ensure gender equality.
No.
It's real. It's a joke. You think it's a joke, right? You think that's a joke. Washington, D.C. delegate Eleanor Holmes Knowlton is introducing a bill requiring that crash test dummies be modeled on both male and female bodies.
For gender equality.
For gender equality.
Could you, Bronson, this is our government officials?
Although technically she can't vote. She doesn't have voting power in
Ron,
Congress.
This is truly a government official.
That's where the time and effort is going.
Wow.
But I kind of get it.
Why?
Part of it, I'm like, it makes sense because part of her reasoning for it is that if the crash test dummies are built on like a male body, which I don't think they are really, but then that means that car safety is only tested for specifically male bodies, where female bodies are different. Like
breast.
Right.
I get it. Pelvic.
So if we're never testing cars safety for females, there might be less safe for females.
Two components on that. Okay. If that were the truth behind why she's raising it as opposed to gender equality, that might be one reason. But we know that's not the case. It's just jumping on the stupid fucking bandwagon.
But also, crash test dummies aren't male.
Correct. But
they're dummies.
So that why don't we just use professional? Why don't we use? Here's what we'll do. Forget about female crash test dummies. Let's just get old Democrats, live Democrats, to act as crash test dummies.
That's so stupid.
Because
Democrats are already dummies.
That's
fuck. That's the one I wanted.
You're an idiot. So wait, they put these electrodes or whatever for sensors on the dummies.
Yeah.
I mean Democrats. I mean dummies. So they put these sensors.
So stupid.
Listen, they put these sensors. The reason why I think you can't put female, because do you use an A cup, B cup, C cup, or D cup, or double D? Because now what's going to happen is if you use this A cup, you might get the strippers who are double D saying, wait a minute, that's not a true rendering.
But also that's not a thing because we also have different bodies.
That's my point.
They don't test for fat bodies for men.
Right.
No, but also like women, like they don't. I feel like women who are pregnant, cars are very unsafe for them. The airbag literally goes right into your stomach.
Yeah, but you can't please every specific fact pattern. You gotta make it for the general public. That's a fucking joke. I can't. Is that the person?
She said, yeah.
Is that the person? Let me see her.
Yeah, that's DC delegate Eleanor Holmes Knowlton.
Of course.
Why? Of course.
DC.
Why? Of course. Though?
DC liberal. I mean, seriously.
Why? Because she's a black woman with short hair?
No, but come on, she's a tree hugger. You look at her, 100% tree hugger.
Tree hugger is a nice thing. Tree hugger is not an insult.
Okay,
in my eyes.
Not tree hugger in the sense of like a nice free spirit. I'm talking like a
lib.
Yeah, she looks like
what? Say it. What do you want to say?
I'm not saying
a dyke is what you were going to say.
She looks like has 15 cats at home. Let's leave it at that. Okay.
It said, this is her quote on it. women have achieved equality on the road when it comes to driving, but when it comes...
Have they really?
Well, they totally have when it comes...
The women, a lot of women shouldn't be driving out there.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Especially Asian women. We're just going to get... That's a joke.
Wow, that's Asian hate.
Yes, AAPI, whatever it is.
Whatever the letters are.
She said women have achieved equality on the road when it comes to driving, but when it comes to safety testing to keep them safe on the road, they are nowhere near achieving equality. Crash test standards are incredibly antiquated, and we must update them now, especially as more people return to their daily commutes.
This is what people talk about? Give me a phone.
I didn't even know they were based on male bodies. I thought they were... Wait, no. Crash test dummies are gender neutral. They're non-binary, bitch.
Right.
They were non-binary, gender neutral before any of that was trendy.
Right, correct. Unbelievable.
And now she's assuming their gender is male. How dare her? True.
It's unbelievable. It makes the press. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Fucking crazy.
Oh, but apparently they already do. The transportation department uses female dummies in the 5th percentile of adult women, 4'11" and 108 pounds. Why do they use those?
108 pounds.
4'11"?
Sorry.
4'11" is small. Is that average?
That's 3 Lizzos.
Okay, so do you know what a meme is, kind of?
Yeah, I never really understood it. I gotta be honest with you.
What is it?
It's some
what
like
do you
stupid
think it
picture
is?
of a fucking cat making a dumb saying.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So if a fan of the pod runs a great meme account, like, do you know what like a meme page would be?
This thing used to show me on like Reddit to scroll down the whole fucking...
Kind of. So they're like, there are these pages,
which, by the way, none of it makes sense to your mother or I.
No, I know.
Or me.
There are these pages on Instagram where it's like someone collects or creates all these great memes and they share them with you, and you can follow a page, and it's like a way to, if you know, certain pages have different like senses of humor, and if you find one that you like,
gotcha.
you can see
follow it.
Like funny content that you know you'll like. So a fan of the podcast, a fellow listener, runs his own page, and I've been a fan of it, and I follow it. The Instagram page is called @ballsback_, BALLS, like
push your
like
balls
ball
back.
sack, ballsback _. I guess balls back without the underscore was already taken. That sucks. But he wanted to sponsor the show this week, which I thought was really awesome. The page wanted to sponsor the show, and I was like, yeah, that's great, because I literally been following it on Instagram, and it's funny memes. So everyone should go check out on Instagram, ballsback_, and check out some funny memes. You want to read one? You want to look at one of the meme pages?
Do I tap on it? How's it work?
Yeah, you tap on these and you can scroll.
So let's say, nobody, that one Honda owner at 3 a.m.
And there's a car with like a giant muffler on it. You have to, no one can see what you're looking at.
Yeah, I don't even get it. See, I okay, well, let me say one more.
But these are like a lot of memes you have to view.
My bad the entire night, my bad when they learn.
That's true. That's so true.
1 minute.
You don't get any of these meme formats.
When you turn on the TV in her crib and it's already on ESPN. Yeah.
Do you not get that?
No.
Because a girl's not watching ESPN.
Correct, right.
So it means that there was a guy in there earlier.
Oh, makes sense.
Because the guy's like, it's a sus face. He's like, huh?
What's a sus face?
Like suspect. Sus.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay.
Everyone should go check out @ballsback_ on Instagram.
Yeah, and we
Give
love
him
it.
A follow.
Yes, follow, support.
That goes, we love it. Doesn't even know what a meme page is, but the show loves it.
No, we love support. You cut me off. We love supporting our loyal listeners and followers. So we would love all you guys to support our family member at this
@ballsback_.
Right.
Yeah, and you know we're just keeping in the daddy issues fam.
Right.
We're all friends here.
So therefore, if you didn't cut me off, bitch, you would have known what I was saying.
Sorry. So the biggest story, which I guess we should talk about, because it's oh my god, these sounds.
I'm so sorry.
Get it all out of your system. Go.
I can't, Brian.
And get it all out right now. Seriously, I'm giving you 30 seconds to do all the sounds you want to do, even though we've been doing it for the last 3 minutes.
All right, I'm going to do my best. Go ahead. I'm all yours. Wow, nasty fuck. Calm down.
I wasn't being nasty. No, I was telling you. I was telling you, do it all.
I'll do it when I want to do it.
This is my show. He who controls the board controls the
He who
show.
bought the board owns the board.
I'll pay you back, bitch.
With what money?
Podcast money.
My money. Go ahead.
I'll pay you back with that sweet Patreon dough. Patreon.com/daddyissuespod.
Nice. That was well done.
Thanks. The big story this week, which is a big story, it's stuff that we've been talking about for a while, but now it's like confirmed. Are the Fauci emails? Have you heard about that?
Yes.
What have you heard?
That he was stop picking nails. That originally thought it was natural, and did the experiments in Wuhan, and also the masks don't really. I'm just giving you general things, and also the emails to the masks saying the masks you don't really need the masks.
Yeah,
because they don't really protect the ones you buy at CVS and everything else like that.
Right. So,
but I knew this shit. Stop picking. I knew this shit anyway. I think they're all full of shit. Every one of them.
Yeah, but there's a difference between feeling something based on no evidence and having evidence. That's a huge difference. Saying Fauci's a liar because I feel like he is, and now it being proven is very different.
But prior course of conduct that when you listen to the news, most of it's all bullshit anyway.
Fauci's not news.
Listen,
he's not the news.
Oh, he is totally in the news. You kidding me? Please. And how
they work together for sure.
And how it was an anti-Trump thing. How he was against Trump and the whole thing, whatever. So I go on.
See, I don't think it was an anti-Trump thing. I think it was a fuck. I think why the narrative was so.
I think it's an
tight
anti-Trump thing.
on it wasn't China. It wasn't Wuhan. It was natural origin. Masks do work. I think the reason why is because they fucked up and they were trying to cover their asses. Not an anti-Trump thing. I think Fauci and National Institute of Health, NIH, fucked up because they. So okay, we'll go back to.
And they should have a liability for all the economy and harming people.
Yes, they're going to. That's why they kept trying to keep it under.
I never trusted Fauci. Never.
Okay,
I just didn't. My gut instinct, just based on. I don't believe any of these people that speak. I told you years ago, I had this low-life client.
You believe Trump?
Listen.
Oh my God, these sounds.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. What do you want from me? I have a fucking.
I don't want
at 10 o'clock on Sunday night. I have a fucking cold.
No, I know.
I'm doing the best. I'm not mad. I'm doing the best I can.
And I'm not mad at you either.
I know.
I'm just acknowledging the sounds.
So listen. So I don't. When I had this client who was a low life piece of shit client, I represented many years ago in foreclosure. 5 of his homes I defended him being foreclosed on. He didn't have a fucking pot to piss in. All he had was a real estate license. Somehow, because he was a great self-promoter, he was on CNBC and MSNBC as a investment advisor, didn't even have a license for that, giving advice on the market and about investments. CNBC and MSNBC. The guy didn't have 2 nickels rubbed together. He was like a low life, okay, and he's been foreclosed on 5 houses. So my point is, I don't believe anything on TV, period.
But Fauci's not an on TV thing. He's been for 40 years working. He's the head of public health in this country. Works for the National Institute of Health.
Which means disease. Who did he know to get the job? That's my point. Because it's so corrupt, all the stuff. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So was I right, though?
I agree with you.
He should be trusted?
But you said, I don't trust anyone on TV. Do you trust Trump? Do you trust Tucker Carlson?
Listen. I don't trust. I don't trust or not trust Tucker Carlson. He just speaks what's given to him based on that side of Fox News. So I like what he has to say because I agree more with his views. Does that make sense?
So how do you trust or not trust him, but you listen to him? So then why do you not trust the others?
Because I think they're all...
So he's neutral for no reason.
Because I think those other people...
Because you trust him.
But I don't trust Fauci. I never did trust. That's my gut.
But based on what?
Because
his voice?
No, because I think that because
9 months ago you never even knew who Dr. Anthony Fauci was. You didn't know the name,
right?
So you're the only things you have to base on is what?
Because
did you watch his press conferences ever?
Because I never thought shutting down the economy. I still based on the excerpts of certain things that I've heard and other people have told me and things like that. For example, how this thing started.
So you trust what you agree with and you don't trust what you don't agree with.
No, you go with your instinct.
But you said I didn't.
Of course, but isn't that how it is? Not
with facts.
Facts. Who do you really even know what the facts are? Honestly.
Well, now we know that's
listen.
That's what the whole point of the emails are.
But Bronson, listen for a second. There's so many things that even what you hear, you don't know where it's coming from. Even you don't even know if they're even factually true. You just don't know. You don't know. But you can still go with your own opinion of what your gut instinct says.
Of course.
So,
but also,
you
have to acknowledge that you have confirmation bias for sure.
Wait. There's many things you do in today's day and age, in every day, that you make a determination to trust something, trust somebody, not trust something, trust your own instincts or not trust your own instincts, just based on certain circumstances. Yes. There's no facts involved. You go with your instinct, your knowledge, your life experience, your prior conduct, the course of behavior. All those things come into play. It's not only about facts, and facts you're fed from whatever side you're coming from the government.
So then why do you trust Tucker for the facts that he's fed from his side if they're not true facts?
No, I don't. When I listen to Tucker Carlson speak, and he shows certain things that are out there, okay, just certain things
that you agree with.
That's why I watch him. So I have a tendency to agree with him. I watch what I like.
Exactly. You have to acknowledge that is problematic. You're only agreeing with things that you like. And then that means you're only believing things that you like. So that means when things come out like that, if it was factually proven that Tucker Carlson was lying, let's say just factual evidence that he was making up a lot of the shit he was saying, that he was actually a Nazi, whatever, you would not like that story, and you would holy shit. You would like not care as much.
I'd be like, holy shit.
But you would also like not care that much about that story.
No, Bronson, you're telling me you only could trust something based upon facts. That's what you said. And I'm saying when this whole thing happened,
I'm saying you can only trust information based on facts.
No, because Bronson,
I don't trust information based on beliefs.
When you see a dog and you got to pet that dog, you trust that dog's not going to bite you. You look at the person.
No, I don't, Dad. I go on based on information that the dog's not going to bite.
How do you know?
I do multiple things. I don't just run up to a dog and pet it.
What?
I ask the owner, "Can I pet the dog?"
That's not always the case.
I ask the owner, "Can I pet the dog?" If the owner says yes, that's a bit of information that the dog's probably safe. I go, I put my hand in front of the dog. I don't run up to the dog and do it. I gather information and then I trust the dog. I only trust facts based on information, not based on beliefs.
No, that's not true. You think called instinct. Okay, life experiences.
Instinct and facts have nothing to do with each other.
Everything you do in your life on a daily basis, you make determinations that you trust.
Here's what we're missing. We're missing Fauci as a person and what Fauci does. Those are different things. You cannot trust Fauci as
Who cares what he does? Just because he's in a position, I don't like our fucking president. I don't care about it. Look at Pelosi. Look at Cuomo.
You're missing.
They're in positions of leadership. Doesn't have any validity to me.
That's not what I'm not talking about. Leadership.
I have a question. You watched that client, that old client of mine, on CNBC giving fucking advice on the real estate market the way it was, and on investment advice on real estate. You would sit there and trust CNBC, which has been around for 100 years, whatever it is, legitimate news source. You would sit there and trust that.
You're missing what I'm saying.
But would you not?
No.
Yes, you would. Bullshit. You know how many people would? Please. Because it's CNBC. They put a caption on the bottom saying this guy is an investment advisor, which he was not. They didn't background him enough to know that he wasn't. And you think this guy has money. And the reality is,
we're missing an understanding.
We're not spend
between
20
each
minutes
other.
on this, right?
No, this is important because you can trust or distrust someone, but you can't trust or distrust factual evidence and information. There's no trust that goes into that.
By the way, that's actually nothing further from truth, because you go to trial, you have two experts, both 30 years in the field, both have true factual basis, and they have completely different opinions based on the facts.
But you can't trust her. No, but that's someone's opinion on fact. Evidence that's brought up in court. Evidence. You don't trust or distrust. It's evidence. It's someone in a jury that's being presented evidence can't be like, no, I don't believe evidence B. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. No.
Yes.
No, it's evidence.
No. What if it's been tampered with?
You can't. Okay, but that's tampered evidence.
No, but that's therefore I don't trust the validity of it or the chain of custody of that evidence. Or wait a minute, so that's a copy. You get that copy and there's a lost original, but maybe you don't know if it's doctored. So what you say is not black and white.
There are certain things that are just facts, and that's it. Because certain things have just happened, and that's the way they happened. It's a fact that we went to dinner today at Greek Islands in Fort Lauderdale. That's a fact. So there's no trusting it or not.
100% distrust Fauci from me
as a person. Yeah, but to then distrust things that have happened in real life.
And
how do you distrust
how do you know what really happened in real life? Because what they're feeding,
I guess I can't know.
Because what they're feeding you might know a sliver of it. I don't trust the news.
It's actually not. No, the news isn't. The emails that I've read are not being reported on the news. If they were, I wouldn't trust them.
Where are they being reported, Ron?
They're being reported not on the news.
Where are they being reported?
They were being.
Calm down. I'm having a conversation. Where they tell me where they're being reported.
They're not. There's just a file that is out because it was from the Freedom of Information Act, the Washington Post, which is a liberal paper owned by Amazon.
And you read all the emails in consecutive order, every email in consecutive order.
I did not.
So therefore, without reading the email in consecutive order from the date and time of when it was, the whole email chain of everything and the replies and so forth, how can you make a determination based upon those emails?
I can't.
Okay, so then those are not facts.
They are.
No, because what happens is when someone introduces something in evidence saying, I want to introduce this one email.
All right, let's just talk about the actual emails because now we're talking about.
No, you're trying to prove that I'm wrong, and I'm proving you're wrong.
No, I'm not proving you're wrong. I'm saying you have to acknowledge that you have a confirmation bias. You trust things easier when they're things that you agree with, and you distrust things easier when they don't.
I think everybody does.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to. But I'm saying you have to acknowledge. Like, can you acknowledge that? Because I do it as
yes,
well.
But okay. I think everybody does.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge problem in this country. I think we should try to work on having less of that.
But it's no different than we all tend to hang out people that have similarities to us,
but there's
similar likes.
But there's a difference between wanting to spend time with people that you like and only listening to things that you like. That's a big difference.
Well, first of all,
because then someone can lie to you and you listen.
As a practicing attorney for 30 years, I think I have a pretty good handle on listening to all sides of it. And more importantly, listen.
Name a Democrat that you trust.
Wait. And more importantly, listen. I don't trust even the Republicans. So let's listen. Wait.
You trust Trump.
Wait.
You said you did.
No, listen.
You trust Tucker.
No. And secondly, Tucker Carlson is not a government official.
I didn't say. I said Democrat. I didn't say government official.
As a practicing attorney, it is part of my DNA now from doing this so many years that I must understand the other side in order to try to overcome the other side. So I have to see both sides.
But do you really listen and give time to the liberal side of issues nowadays? I don't think you do.
Ronnie, if they, for example, abortion, okay, I believe it should be a woman's right.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But my point is, if someone comes to me with something that I agree with, then yes. If someone wants to talk to me and change my mind or say something to me, have a normal conversation about it and say, here's where I think that we should, maybe you could understand this part, I'm open to it. Of course I'm open to it. But I'm not open to when you read things like this to me about female crash test dummies, fucking moron. I'm not going to waste my time on it. When you talk about this whole thing about how it's beautiful.
Not what we're talking about.
But what I'm saying is, so no, I am 100% open to it. I am open to anybody. My whole philosophy, this whole podcast is live and let live. So yes, I am open. You think that I'm not? I am 100% open to it.
I don't think I am either. And I don't think you are.
Well, I am. 100% I am. I am open to anybody have a full conversation with me. What about Susan's husband? I had this beautiful conversation. He's a Democrat, okay? We had a beautiful conversation. We spoke in just respectfully to what, and we disagree. Some things we could say, I see your point, whatever. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
But when there's
I'm talking about information. I'm not talking about a person that you are friends with.
All right, Bronson. Tell me the facts.
Let's just talk about the emails because
which what I've learned, the limited capacity, I'm not surprised. That's all.
Right. So in these emails, the Washington Post, through the Freedom of Information Act, were able to obtain Fauci's emails from March and April. That's it. Just March and April of 2020. And basically, through the emails, if you believe it or not, I'll give that caveat, if you believe it or not, because no one wanted these emails to get out. So I don't know why they would be trying to suppress the news if it's fake. They would just say it's fake. So I'm
not saying it's fake or not.
But you said you don't trust it.
No, that's not what I said. Continue. That's 100% not what I said. Not what I said.
You were
get to the point. No, that's not what I said, Bronson. The
point is, I just wanted to talk about the emails with you.
And I want to talk about them.
Okay. But you say get to the point. There's no point. These things came out.
What came out?
They were.
I'm asking.
in these emails, it basically just proved a few things. Or actually, you know what? I'm not even going to use the word proved. If you believe in it, it showed these certain
I do
things.
believe the emails. I believe them.
Why?
Because why would I? There's nothing in my mind.
That's what I said 17 minutes ago.
What you're saying is, what you said was it's factual. And I'm saying there's many reasons why I don't think it is factual. However, I'm saying there's nothing to lead me to believe that why I would disbelieve. If I saw the email,
so it's not factual, but you believe that it's true.
I'm drawing a conclusion. That's all you could do too. You have no way of determining.
No, I don't.
The difference is you are doing the same thing. You are drawing a conclusion. You are saying,
yes,
based on what I see.
We're saying the same thing.
Correct. But you're trying to tell me that it's 100% factual evidence. And I'm saying, no, it's not. It is not.
Well, nothing's 100% now.
No, but that's not true, Bronson. What I'm saying is, Bronson.
Yeah, we're literally saying the same thing.
Well, we are, but there's a slight difference.
Now we are. We're saying
there's a slight difference.
Okay, so in these emails, there were just a lot of correspondence with Fauci and other people in the early pandemic through March and April about how a few things that were like key points. In the early days, Fauci knew that masks were ineffective. There were multiple emails that he sent out to people where he said the masks aren't.
They don't help.
They don't help unless you're in a hospital environment where there's a huge viral overload. But in day-to-day, outdoors, whatever, it's not doing anything.
Right. Therefore, let's take about that one. I've always said it's all about fucking control and seeing what they can do with people and create this fear and hysteria. This is what it is. Next is the vaccine. Next is they try to take away your freedom of speech. They try to take away Second Amendment rights. This is all, see what's next, what they can do next. That's all this is. It's conditioning the human fucking race.
Do you think... Wait, let me get back to that question. The other key points in the emails, one was that there was a lot of talk internally in the National Institute of Health between different scientists, researchers, government people. There was a lot of talk internally that this thing doesn't seem like it came from a natural origin. Early, back in March. So we know that they were talking about that internally. They were thinking, based on the evidence of the virus, that it probably wasn't natural, that it was probably a symptom of gain-of-function research, which we can talk about. Yet, if anyone else in the public or the media gave that thought, said, this doesn't seem like it came from a natural origin, that was absolute. You just couldn't say it. You'd be literally banned from Twitter forever. Because internally, they were having that conversation from day one.
That's the control, and that's to cover their ass with no checks and balances. There were even photos of fucking Obama in the Wuhan lab.
Okay, so
I'm just saying. My point is,
but here's where it gets because
it's so above our pay grade, Bronson. The shit that's going on, you'll never fucking know the reality and the power behind it and what really goes on.
So, do you think it would you think Fauci's evil, wants to control all humans with a virus or whatever? Because you were saying it's all about control.
I don't think.
Do you think like Fauci as a man is like, I want control of this world?
I don't know. I don't think that's the right question. I think that it's the boys club or whatever that is, and I think it's the government, and it's all about control, power, and this is one more thing to show how they could malleable humans are and how they can control it and do what they need to do. And it's and just
why
like
the masks?
Why
is that?
Wait. Because it shows that what they could tell Americans what to do. It's conditioning.
So it's just
don't you say? Listen, it's like it's all about conditioning. So for example, remember, guess what? Everyone got vaccine, but there's a new strain. It's a constant about the fear and hysteria and the bullshit. People are fucking stupid and are led like sheep, and the government are fucking leading people like sheep. That's my opinion. That's it, plain and simple.
So the biggest
I told you about social media. I told you about fucking social media. You used to fight me on social media. I told you how the phones were fucking terrible and the internet were terrible. You guys used to fight me all day long, and now you agree with me.
Why would I fight you about the social media being terrible?
I
thought social media was great.
No, years ago, yes, you did. I
thought it was great.
Yeah, you guys loved it. It's the way.
I still I'm on it all the time. I don't think it's good for society, but I'm on it all the time.
I don't put anything past the government. I think this was all fucking purposeful, and we'll never know. That's just my gut instinct.
Well, we are finding stuff out now. Like through these, the biggest bombshell that we learned through all these emails is that there is now evidence, and through this FOIA act, like through this FOIA, whatever it's called, where you like freedom of information FOIA dump, where they got all this information from Fauci. There was also evidence of, or whatever you want to call it, there were a paper trail of
supporting documentation.
Sure. Of the National Institute of Health funding grants to researchers in the Wuhan lab, the Wuhan Institute of Virology, who were doing gain-of-function research. Gain-of-function research is where it's the idea that of taking existing viruses that occur in the wild, bringing them into a controlled lab environment, and testing the shit out of them and evolving them so that they get really, they become extra strong versions of the original virus. And then we can take that and then develop medicine to counteract that, so that in the case that one of these wild viruses infects humans, we already have very strong, we can fight the strongest version of it already. And we can, if it mutates or whatever, we already got it covered. That's a practice of science. They've been doing it for decades.
Okay.
So it's proven now that the National Institute of Health under Fauci gave out grants to scientists in the Wuhan Institute of Virology who were running gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses. So another way to say that is the American government was funding Chinese scientists to develop super viruses.
Right. Go figure that out.
We don't know what
why?
they were.
Why are they doing that in China? Why?
So the likely scenario is that they were just doing gain-of-function research, trying to find these bat viruses.
Why do it in China, though?
Because that's what the bat coronaviruses are.
So we can't take it and do it in our own place?
No, because they study the bats in the wild and they get the new viruses like all the time. They're getting viruses. And China has good medicine, very good medicine and good scientists. And they were just doing it there. And it was a grant but that's a big deal that and then also mainstream media have been reporting on this as well, that 3 months before coronavirus was even a thing, in China even, there were scientists in the Wuhan Institute of Virology who got very ill, like 10 of them got very ill with coronavirus, like COVID-19 symptoms. So you put all these pieces together, and now it seems pretty fucking obvious that
they knew
COVID came out of Wuhan Institute of Virology, the Wuhan lab, I believe likely as an accident, not released onto the world as a bioweapon to kill everyone, because it didn't do that great of a job of doing that. They could have done a better job. You know, if China was trying to wipe America out, they could have done a better job than COVID-19. It didn't really do much in terms of wiping life out. So I think all it takes is one scientist. And another thing is that I forget who it was, some investigative body was going in and a couple of years ago investigating Wuhan Lab's safety protocol, and they got like one of the lowest ratings for internal safety and like procedures to keep viruses in and out. So it's probably likely that one of these scientists was in the lab working on this COVID thing. They weren't wearing the proper gear. It got on their hand. They wiped their nose. Boom. They got it. Then they left. They went home. They spread it to their wife. Their wife went into work. Boom. We live in the world we live in now. And it was funded by the American government.
Doesn't surprise me.
But like, where do we go from here now? That the American government caused COVID, the COVID pandemic.
They should be accountable.
But then that also even goes against all of your thoughts saying that this was to take down America. This was created by America.
Okay, I have no idea. I'm just going with my gut instinct. I don't trust our government, period. Both sides. And was it America that fucked up? Was it China that fucked up? I don't know. These are all just speculations. I don't know the answer to that.
They're not speculations. What I told you aren't.
Okay, but is that America that fucked up, or because they gave
Probably
grants,
both.
or is it China that fucked up?
Both. But let's say China fucked up, right? Let's say it was the Chinese scientist that started the spread. I think the reason why it was the last 6 months of our lives, it was it was horrible if you said that this virus didn't come from. You just couldn't say it. You had to say the virus was natural. The virus was natural. That was what everyone was saying. Is because they were trying. They didn't want
cover their ass.
Right. They didn't want because the liability was on
Right.
them. But now it's out. So what are we going to do now? Sue
Nothing.
the American government?
They're going to do nothing.
Right. Nothing's going to happen.
Right. But if it was on the other side, if this was on the Trump's doing,
It was under Trump. Dad.
but if he was still president, is what I'm saying. And now they're not going to. It's like, what you know? What I'm saying, if he was still president, they would be going off on him right now. He'd be the
But
scapegoat.
that he was president
But
when
he's not-
Fauci covered it all
He's
up.
not president now.
But that he was president when
But
Fauci
he's old
covered
news.
it up.
He's not newsworthy anymore. Is what I'm saying.
No, but Dad, when the media and Fauci and the National Institute of Health all were like, no one can say this came from the lab. No one. Came from a wet market in China. That was Trump's presidency. That they all got together and said that. So I don't know why you're saying now that it would.
I don't know if you. How do you know that Trump was involved with that?
I'm not saying that Trump was involved in it. I'm saying it was under Trump's government, and he was still president, and the election wasn't even close yet. He was still there.
I'm sure. I'm sure there's plenty of bad cover-ups.
There was still a full year of his presidency, so it wasn't even like, oh, we just got to wait till Biden comes in. It was Trump is the president, So what I'm saying is there was a full year of Trump being president with the media covering up this shit.
See, I don't know. Then I think if that was really true, why would they say under Trump's presidency this is what happened?
Because it's just a massive fuck up. They're all covering it up.
Could
it's
be.
not about. You always bring it back to. It's about Trump. He was a random president for 4 years. This was a huge government grant, the scientific community, the media. It's bigger than him. He's not important in this thing.
I agree with you on that.
So they were covering it up regardless of Trump, Biden, anything, because it wasn't even involving them. It had nothing to do with the president. It was American science.
But nothing's going to happen.
American science and government funding of science was covering this up. It has nothing to do with Trump.
Okay.
Or Biden.
Okay. I don't think it had anything to do with Biden.
No, but you were just saying if Trump was still in office, they would be blaming it all on him.
They would 100%. I do
but then
believe
why
that.
didn't they blame it on him 9 months ago when he was president?
Maybe because now they would try to hide it and it was able to be hidden. But now that it's out, they'd use him as a scapegoat. That's just my opinion. We have no way of proving it one way or the other. He's not in office, so it doesn't matter.
No, there's no way to prove
That's
it.
just my opinion.
Well, then they're probably going to use Fauci as a scapegoat now.
All right, so they use him as a scapegoat, just like they used Cuomo.
Yeah, but that one didn't even really work.
Correct. That lasted, a week and a half? And then people jumped on that bandwagon. He's a womanizer because of a picture of him putting his hand on a woman's face.
Yeah. Well, they weren't using womanizer. They were using like sexual predator.
Okay,
Womanizer is kind of like a good, yeah. I just,
well, nothing's going to happen.
I don't know what to do.
Look what happened with Hillary Clinton's emails. Did anything ever happen?
Well, what were in Hillary Clinton's emails?
Wasn't it the terrible stuff, all the stuff that came out, whatever?
Not really.
Yeah, you don't hear anything about it, right? There's no
Because there was nothing really in it. That's why.
I don't know.
Well, no, I agree nothing's going to come out of this because, first of all, it's not really being reported on the media. So I took a screenshot of this. I was scrolling through Twitter, and I took this screenshot. It's from CNN. It says, thousands of emails show how Dr. Fauci found time to answer questions on COVID-19, even from strangers, and gives a rare glimpse into his frantic schedule.
Could you imagine?
So that's how they're framing
yeah.
the emails.
Yeah. Is that amazing?
So, it's just...
like, what a martyr. What a great guy.
That's how they're framing the emails when you can go and look at the actual emails, and they won't show you... They'll only show you the good emails on the mainstream media pages. Even Fox News is only showing really the good emails because they're all in the cabal together because the media also fucked up. Because Fauci and the government fucked up in funding this research and it got out, and then the media fucked up in not letting the media do its job in finding out the truth. They just went along with what the government told them to say, and then now the public is...
How scary is that?
Now the public can see it. They're realizing, oh,
they don't care.
The media
They don't
the
care.
media told us this, but now we can see that they were completely lying to us.
They don't care. The people don't fucking care.
I think they are now. I mean,
no, they don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna go right back on the fucking fat asses on the couches.
It's getting, but that every day it's getting more and more people are waking up and realizing.
When you typed in riot and protest, you saw the fucking
but that's
difference.
not the people. That's big tech.
But
that's not the people.
Don't. You're gonna see they don't fucking care. They're gonna go right back, just like what happens after Americans get very comfortable and fat and lazy. You'll see in 1 week this will be over. Move on. That's it.
I agree with you based on the past, but I think things are just getting so blatantly obvious how much control the government and big business has on our lives that I think people are starting to realize it. It might take 15 years before any change happens, but think of the conversations we're having now and the conversations we have with all our Patreon, Discord people.
And my friends. You got to see when we go to dinner.
When we talk to people at dinner.
Yeah.
Think about the conversations now we have about how we can't trust the government, how we can't trust the media, how we can't trust the internet, tech companies. That wasn't happening 5 years ago, really, with anyone. You weren't having those.
I don't think people have the balls to do anything about it. That's my.
But that it starts small. It's not a revolution.
I hope you're right.
Listen,
I hope you're right. I want you to know.
I can see the change happening. Think about just how we think, me and you. The change about that has been astronomical in the last 3 years. And I think that is also happening in most people's households.
I hope so, and I hope it does make a difference. I really do. I agree with you. I just don't know if something will get done about it. But I do agree with you.
I think something can get done about it. A lot of people always say this too. You're like, but that's the system. Or it's like, it was designed that way, right? And I'm like, yeah, but we designed it. So we can also design a different one.
I hope you're right.
Like, they're like, but the internet is just the way it is. And I was like, yeah, but we built the internet. 40 years ago, it literally didn't exist.
I know, but
so we can change it.
But when I say things like drugs, okay, so drugs are so powerful and such a multi-billion-dollar industry that it's gone too far that it's not going to change. Like when you say you can't take power away, when you give the power to certain things to the government, some things, and I hate being a pessimist, but some things are probably irreversible and growing so exponentially fast and too powerful that I don't know if it's necessarily going to change. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're right. I want to have your philosophy and attitude on it. I hope I'm wrong.
But also, I don't think that the drugs comparison is correct because drugs is about freedom. It's not about control.
I'm talking about the drug lords and how powerful it's becoming and the crime of drugs, how bad it is. I'm not talking about
the only reason there's crime with drugs is because it's illegal.
Okay.
Right? But
no. Listen, what I'm saying is heroin and all that stuff, they're never going to make that legal. So my point is...
But if they do, there wouldn't be crime with it.
But it's not happening.
But if you could walk into a CVS, buy something, and kill yourself with it, like heroin, there wouldn't be any crime. There wouldn't be drug lords.
It's not going to ever happen.
But it could.
Okay, but it's so powerful and so much money involved and so many politicians and police officers are not in the pocket.
You would have never said that weed would be legalized like it is now and so accepted in society.
I don't think in the next 1,000 years, I could be wrong, I will ever live to see it. I think just based upon my experiences and what I see, I don't think that will ever change because that business it's like this. They can make tires that will never wear out, but it's too big of a business, so it will never happen. The illegal drug lords, what's going on and how powerful it is, will never happen. Will never change. Just like the fucking human trafficking. I don't think that will ever change.
But instead of illegal drug lords, they'll just become businessmen.
Yeah, but it's not happening.
They'll just be
it's not happening.
Like you see Wall Street bankers
use human trafficking.
Like Wall Street bankers are extremely powerful legally, and they do shitty things, and it's legal. They're not criminals. They're not drug lords. Drug lords, people who do like in the drug business, like weed business companies now make so much money. You don't view them as drug lords. You view them as a company, an operating business.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to happen. You could say all day long, I don't think it's going to happen. Just an opinion.
No, I know, but do you understand what I'm saying? That
I understand.
The only reason it's...
I understand conceptually what you're saying. I'm not an idiot. I understand it. I don't think it will ever happen. That's all.
It would make it better. But how did we even get on drugs? You said the comparison. You were making a comparison from drugs to what?
No, what you were saying was that people are talking about things now more the power
and you said
of
it's
government.
like Pandora's box.
And I said, I think that it's unfortunately something's just too powerful. And like you say, you give too much power, you can never take it back. I think it's growing so fast, sort of like technology or the internet. Things are growing so fast. For example, look what's happened with this whole gender movement, whatever. It's such a small small amount of the entire world we live in, but because of social media, how powerful it's become, or paper straws because of the turtles. I mean,
but also the thing, it's like they're powerful, but they're not. If tomorrow every single person decided to just not log into Facebook, they wouldn't have no power.
I agree, but people are pathetic.
Their power is only in our minds. Their power doesn't exist.
People are pathetic.
The U.S. government has true power. They could come into my house, take this over by force, and I could not do anything about it. Facebook can't do that. Their power doesn't actually exist.
But they're playing with people, and that's the problem.
But that's what I'm saying is the U.S. government changing that is difficult. It's doable, but it's difficult. Taking Facebook's power away is so easy.
You're right, but Bronny, I'm agreeing with you. But people are ridiculous.
I know, but I think people are getting less ridiculous in terms of that now than they've ever
I think
been.
they talk a big game when it comes time to put up or shut up.
You might be right.
They all talk. Listen,
I like
I've
to
seen
think that everyone lives their life like me, where they commit to something and it's that.
I remember I said it to all my friends. I'm gonna hike Kilimanjaro. Oh, I want to do it. They want to do it. Okay, great. When it came time to give the deposit, no one does it. People talk a big game. Put up or shut up. They don't put up.
And I agree. And I do think that a lot of people, which this is fine. This is just a part of human nature for most people. I think a lot of people would rather sacrifice a lot of their own individual freedoms, sacrifice their own beliefs, their own ideals on things for comfort or
complacentness,
the essence of comfort,
complacentness in their mind,
like safety, in quotes, because the government doesn't really keep us safe. They make us. It's like TSA.
Complacentness.
Yeah, but complacency has like a negative.
It is negative because they.
But also, there's nothing wrong with that. Sacrificing a bit to keep your family safe.
It's like this. I'm gonna have the piece of dessert cake. I just want immediate gratification. I don't care about it. I'll gain the weight.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's like because for a lot of people, they would rather live in a world that's easier for them and that they can feel good in than a hard world. Because like living in a revolution is hard. Fighting back against the system is uncomfortable. It's dangerous. It's hard. Standing up for your beliefs, even on an individual level, right? Like telling if you're going against the grain of the beliefs, that's not an easy thing to do.
Don't we hear about it all the time with even our listeners? They say, I don't have the balls to say it.
But that's what I'm saying is that's not easy. So I don't blame people for being like, you know what? I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of my own personal beliefs just to live an easier life. But I'd rather just focus on chilling with my family than fighting against this.
But if we all do that, then you've given up everything. So then you truly are the sheep being herded. Okay, that's the problem. So there's a huge problem. So what happens it's like this.
It's not easy living to your ideals.
Listen, it's like this. If you spend your paycheck all the time and you don't save, then you're fucked in the back end. And I always say you play now and pay later or pay now and play later. You can't have both ways.
But that has nothing to do with living an easier life.
No, because you don't
pay later.
Listen, yes, you do. Because if we give up everything that we stand for and believe in, then who have we become? And then but
that's what I'm saying. Some people are okay with giving up their stuff for the aura of safety
because they're just worrying about today rather than the future, and that's what people do.
I guess you're right.
So therefore, that's what I'm saying. So if you don't plan for the rainy day, financially or health-wise, if you say, I'm going to eat that piece of cheesecake and I keep doing it every day, and you wonder why you're gaining weight, therefore you have a short life because you're unhealthy, right?
But sometimes it is maybe just easier and better to, and I don't believe this personally, but I'm just trying to see the other side, to just like kind of give up a little for like, fuck, you haven't watched Invincible, so I can't.
Don't say it. But listen.
By the way, Invincible, great show for everyone.
By the way, Bronson, people, not everybody's a fighter. Some people just are sheep that want to be led. I get it.
And some people can't even fight.
Their
children will die if they have to.
I get it. So therefore,
they don't work for
those
Amazon.
who can
Right. And that's
need
what
to
we're
stand up.
So like
that's why we're doing this podcast.
So like remember a couple episodes ago,
What happened there?
the shower door, I went like this right on the handle and I cut my arm.
Where, in Miami?
No, my shower here. The handle, I was going like this and then I went down and the edge of the handle.
And then we got to wrap this up.
So like a couple episodes ago was talking to you about the dangers of plastic, getting into our water supply and affecting testosterone levels. And I was like, I'm passionate about this. Like I am worried about my future children
And I respect
and the
that.
generation. And now I've really been working hard to cut plastics out of my life completely.
You're good like that.
And it's
not many people
and
like
it's
you like that.
not easy. It's expensive. I had to buy, so toothpaste comes in a plastic tube.
Don't they make some in metal?
No, not in,
Like
so,
the soft aluminum, whatever
I
it
had
is?
to buy this special type of toothpaste that are like, it's not a paste. It's like a little pill, like a mint. And you bite down and chew it, and then it becomes toothpaste, and it's in glass. So there's no plastic involved whatsoever. It's just the toothpaste in glass. It's expensive. Like that toothpaste is double the price of a Crest thing, but it's worth it to me. A lot of people can't do that though. They're not in a place to do that. I have the ability where I can pick and choose the food I eat because I can afford more expensive food. So I can choose food that wasn't packaged in plastics. Or like another thing, like how I don't support what Amazon is doing to this world or what Walmart is doing to our economy. So I don't shop there ever. That's not easy. It's not convenient. Like I just ran out of gel for my hair. So this is so minor. It's so minuscule. But I ran out of gel for my hair and I can only buy it now from the company because I'm not buying it through Amazon. And it takes like 2 weeks to ship. So I don't have gel now because I'm waiting for it to come there, where if it was on Amazon, it would be here tomorrow if I ordered it today. So that's such a stupid example, but it's just not convenient to make choices to live by your beliefs.
But that's your choice.
Right, and it's worth it to me. But I'm also acknowledging that it's not worth it to some people, and I think that that's just human nature. So we might not ever be able to fix the world. I like make the world how it needs to be.
Get rid of social media and the internet. That'll fix the world.
Yeah, and a lot of people are too dependent on it that they wouldn't go off.
Oh, the whole fucking world.
The whole world definitely is. We need to get rid of the internet, honestly.
I've been saying that for years.
I wouldn't want to. Life would suck for a good little bit without the internet.
I think it'd be quality, simple, wholesome life.
I think 5 years later we'd adjust to it, but the first 5 years would be chaos. But I think we'd have to do it. I don't want to do it, but I think we have to. And that's like, I don't want to make my life more inconvenient where I have to wait 2 weeks for gel, such a stupid example. I don't want to live in a life that's inconvenient, but it's worth it sometimes to be uncomfortable and work a little bit harder to do things that I guess you believe in.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
brother.
that, I guess. But again, do what you want to do. If you want to just live a lazy life of complacency, fine.
Typical American. Fat fucking America.
Typical modern American. It's not what this country was. This country was founded on making it really fucking hard and uncomfortable
To appreciate
for what's
it.
right.
And appreciate things and value and respect it rather than entitlement, long-lasting unemployment and stimulus checks and everything else.
Yeah, I was talking about the Revolutionary War, but that as well.
Yeah. All right, it's late.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to bed.
All right.
Good night.
Ron. Guys, thank you. We're glad to be back. And tomorrow we work on our Patreon episode. So for those of you who want to look at an extra episode, what do they go on, Ronnie?
Patreon.com/daddyissuespod.
And Daddy, Hot Dad Summers, that song's been out.
Yep.
Doing well.
And the
Everyone knows.
video.
Everyone knows about the music. If you haven't seen my music video, how do they see it, Bronny?
Just go to our Instagram page.
Instagram, you'll see a beautiful, great video that Bronny did of me. Filmed it, edited, all by Bronson, song by Thad. Great job with the song. And have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
Later.
All right.
You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.